Today's project is going to be the noise pipe delete, which is this pipe here, and it goes into the firewall, and then we'll probably get rid of the resonator inside there. And you replace that piece on the firewall with this piece, you know, so it looks all nice and blocks it off. And this other little piece here that came with it. And this would go to your factory intake and send intake noise into the cabin. First thing I'm going to do is just pull this weather stripping off here, off the rain tray. But to remove this piece and the resonator, we're going to lift the rain tray up, and you see one bolt there, and here's another one right here. And we're going to take those bolts off, and then we can remove the upper firewall. You know, the noise pipe will come right off with that. So on the driver's side, once you remove this nut, the firewall, the upper firewall, sort of sits on there, so you'll have to lift that up to clear over that. At the flex hose, we're going to just loosen this clamp up, disconnect the noise pipe, so we can just pull that out with the firewall. Alright, so you can see we got it disconnected here, and I'm just going to set the camera down and maybe you guys can see it. So I've got the upper firewall sort of removed here, and I left the rain tray on. And if you can see on the back of the upper firewall, try to zoom in, there's a wiring harness that goes on the back of it in these plastic clips. So this is exactly how it came out for me. You'll see this little bracket here ended up being pulled off and twisted down. So you can pop one side of it off if you want, and then just put it back on that screw. And, you know, just push it on. I'm not going to do it right now because we have to put it back in. And here's the end of the noise pipe, flex pipe. So we're going to have to take off this plastic piece here. This is what we're going to be replacing. Can you stomp it? Right here. And I think I'm going to pull the resonator out, this piece here. You could just unclamp it from this blue clamp. As far as pulling the noise pipe here off of the firewall, you're going to want to use the 10mm, you know, just like the bolts up there were 10mm and most of the cars 10mm. So here you can see the difference between the two pieces. The new one has one hole and the old one has two. I don't even know if this is the right way that it was set up. It might have connected at the other end, but you get the point. This would connect to the intake. It goes up through here, in through the firewall, into this resonator, which has a little hole in it there. Just mounts on two sides, just a little canister. So this is where your intake noise goes. I mean, that rubber bushing weighs a shitload. Get that out of there. So here's what it looks like with the noise pipe delete firewall piece cover, and of course we deleted the resonator. No need to have that back there if it's not hooked to anything else except the noise pipe. And we're just gonna throw this little clip on now, just like the old one, so we just be patient feeding these plugs through, and it just clips in, and there you go. Just have to put the firewall back in. For the firewall reinstall, the way I'm going to try to do it is put this corner in, so that way I can feed this wire up into this bracket where it belongs, and then we'll see what happens. There, see, 4 loops, wires in all 4. Who says I'm not professional when I put stuff back together? So I actually put that nut on and then had to swing it over, and the prop rod was in the way right here. So just pull it off of the top, drop it down, swing it over, and then put your prop rod back. So there it is. That's what it looks like once you delete the noise pipe and put the proper cover over the firewall. You know, all nice, sealed up. Probably a couple more R32 projects coming up in the next couple days. And yeah, like and subscribe for weekly R32 modifications.